Oh, hey there. Wasn't last weekend fantastic? I mean, yeah, Saturday, September 21st, 2024 was a peak experience for me and a lot of other people. You had the crowd, the cheers, the excitement. Yeah, we could not have been prouder or happier to see our youngest daughter get married. And I hear there was also a football game. The JMU Wrecking Crew went into venerable Keenan Stadium in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, and demolished UNC 70-50. The Purple People were up by 32 at halftime. When the blowout was over, it was JMU Gotta Believe versus UN See You Later. That was our third win of the season, so JMU is now 3-0. Yep, JMU is 3-0, baby, let's go. When analyzing this game, it was tough to single out individual players for accolades. There were just so many good plays. But we made an attempt anyway, and we subdivided our awards into several categories. First category, Portal Player of the Game. Our pick is Terrence Spence, who followed Coach Chesney to JMU from Holy Cross. Terrence, special teams specialist, etc., Spence, blocked a punt which was returned for a touchdown and intercepted two passes, one of which he personally escorted 33 yards into the end zone. He was a game changer. Category number two, homegrown Duke, for any player who came to JMU as a freshman and stayed with the program. Of course, this prestigious award has to go to Alonzo Barnett III. Before we get into his accomplishments, I need to settle on a proper nickname. He needs something snappy and quick. So we've come up with a winner. JMU QB1 AB3. How's that? Rolls off the tongue. I can almost hear the chants next time he scores. JMU QB1 AB3. Yeah, that one's going to stick. Of course, another nickname we tossed around was the next Patrick Mahomes, because JMU QB1 AB3 can do it all. His long throws are parabolic perfection. When he runs, it's Katie bar the door. He gets out of bounds to avoid the big hits, just like Mahomes. And he's still developing. Mind you, he needs to get a little more accuracy on his intermediate passes and a little more touch on his short passes, but that's going to happen. We love you, JMU QB1 AB3. Now, against UNC, he passed for 5 TDs and ran for 2 more. He earned all kind of conference and national honors. In short, JMU QB1 AB3 was as spectacular as his nickname. Our third category, and this is a big one, number 3, is Hit of the Game. Yeah. And it's sponsored by the Valleydale Hit Parade. Music goes, the drummer goes, and everybody shouts hooray for Valleydale. This award goes to Amar the Rock Star Thomas. Now, we wanted to get some game footage, so we sent Scott, the producer, down to Chapel Hill, but unfortunately, his Polaroid swinger ran out of film. So you'll have to settle for this. Oof. That hit cements a spot in the Valleydale Hit Parade for Amar the Rock Star Thomas. Hooray for Valleydale, hooray for Valleydale, hooray for Valleydale, all hail is Valleydale. Now let's look ahead to Saturday's game when JMU entertains Ball State. The Cardinals from Ball State. Yeah, Ball State University, public college in Muncie, Indiana, about 14,000 students enrolled. Famous grads include David Letterman, shown here auditioning for the lead role in the remake of Miracle on 34th Street. Ball State may sound like a name concocted for a Dr. Pepper commercial, but this school is very real when it comes to football. In fact, 2024 marks 100 seasons of gridiron action for the Cardinals. Now they're 1-2 this season, but don't discount them.
Ball State has a capable quarterback who threw for almost 300 yards last week, and the team is 8th in the nation in offensive time of possession.
So here's my prediction for Saturday's game based on careful and highly analytical guesswork. JMU 39, Ball State 24. And now it's time once again for the recurring segment designed specifically to broaden our audience by pandering to Virginia Tech grads. Hokie Corner. This week's special guest on Hokie Corner is a huge and longtime fan of the Hokies. His name is Craig from RVA, and we're just delighted to have him. His audio is being piped direct from the training facility at Lane Stadium. So thanks for talking to us, Craig. And what do you make of the season so far?
The Hokies have only shown they can play one or maybe two quarters in a game. They're going to need a full quarter effort
Ooh, sorry about that, Craig. We're getting some audio interference. Gonna have to cut you off. It sounds like it might be a rebuilding year for the Hokies. But thanks for being with us. And thank you for watching this week's episode of JMU Tube with Mighty Oz. Please like, share, and subscribe. Now, speaking of subscriptions, I've got an idea for a way to drive them up a bit. Friendly competition. You remember I mentioned David Letterman earlier, okay? And everybody remembers Letterman's Late Night with David Letterman show on TV. But did you know that Letterman also has a YouTube show? Me neither. What a loser. Okay, so here's the deal. I want to beat Ball State on the field, and I want to beat Letterman when it comes to subscriptions. All right, how hard could it be? Looks like we've got our work cut out for us, but a man can dream. And let's go Dukes.